What is up, internet? It's your boy Tanku, and today we're talking about another anime this season that I'm thoroughly enjoying. I haven't heard a lot of people talking about it, but I think it's worth a mention here. So before we get started, don't forget to sub to the channel, like those videos, hit me up on the Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and of course always comment down below. And with all that said, guys, let's go ahead and get started. Today we're going to be talking about Dawinzu Gemu, which in English is Darwin's Game. It is a really intriguing anime that I happen to enjoy quite a bit. Basically, what it comes down to is we have our main character, Kaname Sudo, who is just a typical teenage boy, 17 years old, and his friends kind of get him wrapped up in this death game, if you will. So he gets invited to the game via an app, and when you download an app, it's really weird. Like this just snake thing comes up and like bites you in the neck, and then you're registered in the game, and you're basically get challenged one-on-one, and only one winner can prevail, and the other one dies and disappears into like weird blocky imprints on the sidewalk. And the real world just thinks it's like some street artist doing it, but it's actually the results of this game, this death game. There are some more rules to it, but I don't want to go heavy into it here because I really want you guys to watch it. There are two more players in this game to note, and the first one would be Suka Garino, which is this veteran of the game, if you will. You can do clans in this game, but she is basically called the solo queen, I believe, because she's never been beaten, and she's only solo. She doesn't have a clan that helps her out and stuff like that. And she is the first ally, I guess, to Kaname. So, but the way they get together is really interesting, and the way they meet and stuff, it's a really good episode. And so she kind of becomes his pseudo ally. And then of course Rain Kashiwagi, who is like an information broker in the game and sells information for points, because what it is you get points for winning, or like, you know, having somebody join your clan or stuff like that. It gives you points in the app, and you exchange these points for items in real world. You can exchange them for money, or you can exchange them for like a smoke screen almost, so nobody can find you and challenge you to a duel, and weapons, things like that. And so it's a very interesting concept, though, like it's a death game, but you can exchange it for money, items, weapons, or guns. There's these things called sigils in the game, and every player has one. You know, there's some sigil that make you go invisible, or one that lets you detect people who are invisible, stuff like that. Kaname's sigil is very interesting. He can manifest like weapons just out of nothing, but the catch is he has to have seen it before, touched it before, and then he can just basically will it into existence, and it appears in his hands. So it's like kind of like one of the strongest sigils. Nobody's ever seen it before, so people are kind of curious about him. Suka has like a where she has these two like chain like whip things, and she can control them mentally, and so they just like fly around and do to her will, and so that's really interesting. And Rain, she's an information broker, but she can kind of like see into the future, so that's how she's able to get like a lot of info, and she sells that info for points. So basically these players pay her points, a lot of them, to get this information, and she kind of tries to hide and stay out of things. So it's like, you know, there's different ways of playing the game. Of course, we have Kaname's a good guy, Greg. He doesn't want to kill people. He doesn't even want to be in this game, but he's dragged into it, so he has to, you know, fight to survive. It's kind of like Future Diary. I liked Future Diary. You know, I think it was a good one, but I think this one so far is on pace to be better than Future Diary because of the more intriguing sigils that everybody gets, and it's not just like a certain number of people. Like anybody can sign up, hit that button if they get an invitation from the app, and the snake just in the neck, and they're in, regardless if they want to be in or not, until they perish. So it's very interesting. I want to see where it goes. Tell me what you guys think, you know, in the comments down below, with the Twitter comments, the Facebook comments, and the Instagram comments. I'm always there too. If you guys want to friend me on those social media platforms, please feel free to do. And like always, guys, if you can't trust a random fat guy you met on the internet, then who can you trust? And please have an awesome day.